America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to
We're losing our democracy!
More inflation. The stupid son of a bitch.
Wake up!
Before we get into that, let's get into this.
All right, and we should be live. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Liberty Bowl live stream. It's Friday night, so that means we're fucking smoking weed, live streaming, talking about news, politics, and all the latest bullshit going on in the death of the Republic. How you doing today?
Doing damn fine, man. How about yourself, brother?
Damn, I'm doing all right, man. I'm surviving the global warming. Fucking, you see how they keep fucking posting about like, oh, Phoenix broke records and all this shit, like. It's always been hot here. Like, as far as I can remember, it's pretty sure that this tends to happen, about, April through mid fucking September, October-ish, generally it tends to happen around here. I don't know. I could be wrong. It's probably the cars and the gas and cows farts and shit like that, right?
Right, and of course they go other than Death Valley. That's Phoenix is like the hottest place in the fucking country.
Right.
And of course they pick that to harp on like it's broke records.
All right.
Like maybe as far as a month goes, but dude, it's been over that several times before. I lived in Phoenix in the early '90s, working outside doing stucco when it was 125. You know what I mean?
Yep. Never in a million years will I live in that shithole.
It definitely is a shithole now. It used to be a nice fucking place, man.
Right. It's been Californicated to put it lightly, but I mean, dude, I've actually been thinking about like just California in general too, because I have a buddy that goes out to like the beach for vacation, every other year or something like that, and I was like, I won't even go for vacation. Fuck that. I don't want to go to California. Period. I don't give a fuck what they got out there, dude. Like. Just their laws are so fucking ridiculous, dude. Like you just be walking down the fucking street, minding your own, and then next thing you know, like, oh, fucking, you fucking littered or something. I don't know, some fucking bullshit. Next thing you know, you're fucking, getting arrested and some shit,
But there's a dude that you can see in broad daylight taking shit on the sidewalk with a heroin needle stuck in his head.
Right.
And then what I'm saying?
Then it's
like, he's fine.
Right.
He's all right.
And then as soon as they're done arresting you, someone's gonna come fucking rob you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Out of the last time I was there, dude, we were in Oxnard, bro. And of course, that's like like a pretty high end joint. Costs a lot for a weekend rental on the beach. But dude, you go right outside of the little town area, and it was like just tent city, bro. It was fucking sidewalks were just filled with fucking junkies, man.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a few years ago. It's only gotten worse, as far as I'm aware.
Oh yeah, it's gotten much worse. I watched this this YouTube channel. It's the Off Topic channel or Video Matt or something like that. Actually the dude just like blew up. Like he just actually hit like 90,000 fucking followers on YouTube. When I first fucking found his channel, he was at like 200. Like, but he records like a whole bunch of just he lives in LA, and he just drives around and fucking I guess he works for a weed delivery business, so he just drives around all day and just fucking records all these fucking bums and shit like that, and just pretty much just exposing what's going on in California. And he dude blew up, man.
That's great, man. That's cool as shit. And that's definitely a way to get it. People love real life shit, especially when it's a hot mess.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. That's kind of one thing I have noticed, man, is people like prison content. Like people have a weird fucking obsession with prison, dude. Like I don't know. America has this weird fucking obsession with like, oh, it's been to prisons. Tell me about it. Did you see violence in there? Did anybody get raped? Like what'd you see in there? Like, not all that big a deal.
That's because you got one crowd of the population that thinks that that's the answer to everything as far as society's woes. Then you got another portion of the population that's absolutely horrified of it.
Right.
And then one more yet portion of the population that has either been there or believes they're probably on their way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just saw a article. I didn't see the article. I saw the headline, but basically saying that the Democrats or basically the way that Joe Biden can try and save some of his Democrat voters is by attacking the death penalty now. because that's basically the only thing that he has left to fucking to save himself with the libtards and shit. It's, you know, 'cause his whole fucking student debt relief thing fell through. I mean, that fucking, I actually just saw a news report today from here in Tucson, where it's basically talking about the U of A students are going to have to start paying their student loan debts now after 3 years of not having to pay. Like, oh, you poor kids, it's so horrifying for you. You guys must have it real rough having to fucking take out loans that you signed your fucking name on, and now you have to pay it back. Oh, poor you.
God forbid we couldn't make the lowest earners in the country pay for statistically the highest earners. Fuck, dude. What an oppressive fucking country we live in, dog.
Right. Speaking of fucking, well, I mean, I guess when you really think about it, we do kind of live in a pressing fucking banana republic at this point.
But I mean, as far as that aspect goes, I mean, that's basically what they're bitching about, is that they weren't able to make, you know, someone that makes fucking 45, 50 grand a year pay for someone that makes 150.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep. More than likely, who took out the same fucking loans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or none at all. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep. Yep. So today we're going to be diving into Trump being indicted again. And it just so happens to fall right after some new revelations with Joe Biddens and Hunter Biddens, and they're apparently having nothing to do with fucking Hunter Biden's business dealings. Never that. But
pretty strange timing.
Right. And then we're gonna be talking about Mexico after that. Talking about Mexico. Yeah, fuck China. Right. But so Trump being indicted again. Did he get indicted twice this week?
No, it was they added more charges to one of the indictments and then rolled out another indictment. So it's, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm aware, you know, one of them is for basically lying to the public and stuff, and defrauding the voters and stuff by saying that actually he won the election and that there was widespread fraud and all this and that type shit. Basically, is that what they're trying to piggyback into the January 6th bullshit that they're trying to charge him with now as well?
Yeah, but I don't know if you've seen, but you know, he just had kind of a small win in a Pennsylvania court. A Judge Erdos said that he has presidential immunity as far as his comments are concerned in a different case where poll workers were trying to sue him for saying that you know, that the election was fraudulent, and basically said that, you know, those comments and his tweets were public, and that he has the right to call in to question integrity. And he said that other courts may question the legality or, you know, the content of his speeches or whatever, but it's not going to happen in his court. And as far as he's concerned, he has presidential immunity.
Yeah.
So, which
it's not like he's the first ever president or fucking, you know, person that's ran and lost to question elections, right? As we just saw with this what was it, like a 25 fucking minute video of just Democrats denying fucking elections. Of course, I'm not going to include the whole thing in the editing, but I'll throw some of it in there, you guys. But I mean, dude, that goes on for 25 minutes.
There. If you go on my channel, dude, you can see I posted a massive portion of that same shit over, you know, just about a year ago.
Yep.
So.
Yep. But yeah, so basically it's not like you know, he's doing anything completely that far out of the norm, anything like that. And I mean, on top of it, they're even trying to fucking indict his lawyers and shit as co-conspirators, right? Basically for giving him legal advice.
Right, but they're actually not naming him, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you listen to Alan Dershowitz. I mean, he's you know, obviously a Democrat attorney, but he's also a professor at Harvard Law. And he's saying that they're not naming him because that would open up the door to a whole different can of worms. It would bring in 6 or rather 5 other legal fucking representations,
right,
defense teams.
Actually,
and that it would open. Go ahead.
No, I was saying I actually did hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was actually saying that he believes that the Supreme Court's going to overturn this shit anyway, that there is no smoking gun, and that he believes that Jack Smith could actually catch charges.
Yeah. I mean, it's when you really think about it, dude, like, I don't know, it's not, I mean, talk about fucking lying to the public, right? I mean, that's what Trump's being fucking charged with, and at the same time, that's essentially what fucking old fucking Jack Smith is doing with these fucking allegations in the first place, right? Most of this stuff has already been disproven, or there's plenty of fucking proof against it, right? And we all know, like you just said, most of, if not all of this shit is going to be thrown out. It's basically just going to be kind of, nope. And what they're doing is they're just basically trying to stack on indictment after indictment after indictment to basically make him look like a bad candidate, right? Even though he has the support, even though he has, the polling numbers and, all that, they're basically just going to make him look like a bad candidate and basically just try to dissuade the Trump supporters away from voting Trump. Because I don't know, man. I mean, I get it, but the whole fucking just like, well, what do we want? Do we want Trump or do we want to win? Like fucking dude, like Ben Shapiro, I can't fucking stand that dude this fucking season. Like,
Yeah.
he's a smart guy, but just I don't know, he's so stat quo Republican. I can't fucking, it gets under my skin, But
Yeah, I was actually just saying something like that today, man.
Yep. But yeah, just the whole fucking oh well, dude, do we want to fucking win or do we want Trump? That's the complete wrong attitude to have, because as we see with all of these indictments stacking up, the support just keeps building and building and building. And Trump just put out a truth the other day, basically, or it could have been today, I don't remember what day it was, but basically saying that all I need is one more indictment to get elected. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty funny, dude. What's even funnier about that is like they actually had some left wing like media outlets that are melting down over it.
Right.
Almost like fact checking it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pretty fucking funny.
We've
man.
ran the
But
numbers, and actually, it's not going to get him elected. It's going to actually get him indicted. Fact checkers.
right, right, dude. But one thing that's shitty for him is you see the judge that they pulled, to go over this case is a pro Democrat, and she's actually the only judge that's handed out longer sentences for January 6th fucking defendants than what the state was asking for.
Yep. Isn't she also connected to the Bidens, like in the past or something like that? I think I remember hearing something about that. Like she used to work with Hunter or fucking Joe or one of the fucking Bidens.
Yeah, at the same law firm or something.
Right. I guess, yeah, not work with them, but work at the same law firm and shit. But I mean, at the same time, I mean, that, I guess, somewhat a conflict of interest. But either way, I mean, it's I don't know. Like I say, it's all.
From what I understand, from what I've heard, that law firm is like a massive shit rag of slimy fucking leftist attorneys, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Shit, what law firm isn't these days? Right.
I mean, they're all slimy, but it's just the left wing, as you can see. I know people love to go, you act like the right wing from innocence. Dude, it's not the case. It's just right. You can see anything that leans left, dude, they are unscrupulous and willing to do fucking anything to gain or hold power. Yeah. And Republicans are, I'm not saying there's not slimy ones in there, but most of them are fucking spineless jellyfish. That's where the slime comes from. Right. You know what I mean? They don't even fight to hold on to power except for fucking cocaine's glitch Mitch, dude.
Right. And that's another thing that people are really kind of talking about is the old Republican Party. That shit's gone, basically. With the political atmosphere that we have going on right now, basically, if you're not, with the legal precedent that's also being set right now, if you're not on board with going full on fucking doing the same fucking shit that the Biden DOJ just did to fucking Trump back in the other direction, well, then you ain't part of the fucking party no more. Like, it's like I said, this is setting legal precedent, and so basically, if the country fucking survives this is what it's going to be going forward, And
that sucks, man.
It's going to be
sucks, dude.
Lawfare, and either way, it's not like fucking our nation can handle that. The people aren't gonna fucking sit around and have banana republics for the next fucking 8-12 fucking years. Like, no, it's the fucking keg is gonna explode before then. And that's why shit, Roseanne may be right. We may not have a fucking election this year. I mean, we may not have an election fucking in 2024. I mean, we may have an election, but neither side is going to accept the results. Our fucking the integrity of our voting system is so far destroyed. I mean, even if there's not widespread voter fraud and stuff like that, with the whole weaponization of the of government, basically after your political opponents and stuff like that, it's it's done. You know, it's basically who can rack up the most indictments before the election. Like that's what it's going to turn out to be. You know.
And what sucks is like as far as the actual elections themselves are concerned, both parties, I believe, aren't really apt on fixing it, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen here recently in Arizona, I believe it was Mojave County. They just voted down a bill to hand count votes, and it's deep red fucking county.
Yep.
And they're like, well, it's going to cost $1 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, dude, I don't know. To me, it shouldn't be hard to find people that are willing to volunteer to count votes.
Right.
Man. I mean, fuck, I would do it.
Yep.
You know what
I'll
I'm
fucking
saying?
spend a weekend. Shit.
Yeah.
And at the
yeah.
same time,
I
fucking
mean,
also here in Arizona, fucking was it Chris Mays, the fucking bitch ass fucking attorney general? She just filed charges against Cochise County. Over it's originally, I mean, what they actually got the lawsuit over was I guess they refused to let some people into an open town hall meeting or some shit like that. Something along those lines. And basically now she's using that to rope a dope in all these other fucking shit with the lawsuit over them requesting to hand count ballots in the 2022 election, where basically the one where fucking Scaby Hobbs and where this fucking cunt herself happened to get elected.
yeah, I mean, it's an obvious push to punish anyone that fucking questions shit. You know?
Right.
And you know, to revert back to the Trump thing, all that revolves around them basically being able to tell you, we could read this guy's mind and tell you that he didn't actually believe that he won the fucking goddamn election. I mean, it's almost like a cognition type of fucking Minority Report fucking. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You thought about something, that a crime you may commit 10 years from now, so we're arresting you now, Bobby.
Right.
I mean, it's getting ridiculous out here.
And really, I mean, because obviously, you know, there's no fucking fiber in Trump's being that believes that, you know, the 2020 election was legitimate. So basically, he's more or less being accused of wrongthink right now. That's basically what this case is, you know?
Yeah, they could. I believe that they could give that guy a fucking lie detector test, you know, and ask him questions pertaining to his belief in that factor, and he would fucking pass it with flying colors.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you remember that fucking phone call with Blake Masters? I mean, it is you know, small little clip from back in the day, but he was basically talking to Blake Masters right before the 2022 election, and you know, Blake was kind of down in the polls a little bit and shit like that, and all Trump's advice to say was, you just got to keep repeating that the 2020 election was stolen. Don't forget that line. You don't forget about you. And of course, you know, it did kind of sound really, really egotistical at the time, you know, like, dude, he's calling you about getting support for his campaign. And you're just like, all you got to do is just stay true to Trump. Just believe in the Trump, like 2020 was stolen. But I don't know. I mean, it's kind of working for him, but I mean, like I say, there's not a single fucking fiber in that man that does not believe that the 2020 election had been stolen from him, dude. Like that is literally the only thing that is going through that man's head. Now, personally, like I said, I don't know about widespread voter fraud, anything like that. But one thing that I do know, and one thing that is clearly provable, is that the FBI, the federal government, fucking basically interfered and censored the fucking Hunter Biden laptop story, which they did know at the time when they did censor it that it was authentic. That is provable as well. They were aware of the fact that it was authentic, and they still chose to have social media censor it, which, you know, many polls have proven now would have turned the election would have turned the tables on the election in the other direction. Basically, Trump would have won had you know, that Hunter Biden laptop story not been called Russian disinformation and fucking mockingbirded throughout the media, you know?
Like take away the honking, right? Say fucking, you know, everything was legit and Biden really, you know, won, and you know, that was the factor. Do you really believe that? Because at this point, so the Republicans have rolled out so much proof of corruption and involvement, and like, you know, still to this day, like, I mean, some polls have him tied with Trump, yada yada, but you know, people are still supporting the dude regardless. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's still up there, bro. I mean, okay, he's an incumbent. He's going to get a certain amount regardless, but people now have known. They've rolled out so much fucking proof, and still the propaganda is so easily believed. Like, you just got, like, was it Bill Goldman on TV? Like, he's just a family man. He was
Right.
just calling his fucking son.
Talking about the weather.
Leftists are like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
There's no proof.
Yeah, I was honestly kind of getting a bit of a headache before we started this show because I was just scrolling through Twitter, researching a little bit for the topics tonight, and fuck, dude, like it's mystifying just how brainwashed these fucking lefties are. And like I say, at the same time, I often find myself wondering, like are we, are we wrong? Like, are we fucking propagandized? Are we brainwashed? But then again, like I say, when I look at it just at the fucking surface level and see that, oh yeah, no, they're trying to fucking flash their dicks to children and fucking, yeah, no, we're on the right side, But like I said, just there is a huge amount of people that do fucking believe Joe Biden is just a fucking sweet old family man, Grandpa Joe, fucking, on the up and up, fucking everything about it. Not a single person in his family has ever done anything bad. Like, why would you ever think that? Like, no. But that Trump, he's the devil. He's fucking Hitler reborn. Like that. And that does kind of, like I say, it really does prove the point of fucking what Roseanne was saying, and it doesn't matter. The 2024 election does not matter at all, because nobody is going to accept the results. That's why I say, even if it does go off and whoop-de-doo, they announce it and shit, it's fucking civil war after. It's fucking either if a Democrat wins, if fucking Biden wins, then obviously there's no fucking way that old fucking bag of bones fucking won. No, like, he's literally fucking led us into a recession, and he's fucking leading us into fucking World War III. Clearly, he's fucking sold this country down the road to fucking China, Ukraine, fucking everybody that would fucking, wire some money to his fucking son to where he could fucking then transfer it into his fucking accounts, or his son can take care of the bills for fucking the last fucking 10 years or whatever. But still, the fucking, I don't know if I could, it's going to be all out fucking warfare. Maybe not all out warfare, but it's going to be nuts. This is the death of the Republic overall. Yeah,
I mean, I hope you're wrong. I hope we're at the precipice, man. I hope we still have time. Really do. You know what I mean? Like, I want to fucking believe in the American spirits. You know what I'm saying? But
I believe if it's not that, then things are going to go back to normal. You know what I mean? Things are going to go back to normal, back to the old ways. Never happened. None of this stuff ever happened. Don't. You could trust your government again. We're good now. Everyone's good. We got rid of the Trump and Biden. Like, don't worry, everything's great now. You guys don't got to worry about nothing. Like, like I say, I don't think that is a possibility. Like, they could definitely fucking brainwash enough people and propagandize enough people to fucking just like, you know what? Yeah, let's lock up those MAGAs that are still remaining, and let's get back to peace and fucking globalism and all this and that bullshit. Like, that's is a possibility. But then again, like I say, I don't really see much of a possibility of them ever allowing Trump to be elected. And if Trump's not elected, I don't see us letting that happen.
yeah, I mean, I could definitely feel that. But as far as like going back to normal, it's kind of besides the drama mean, like, it's kind of back to normal. Like, Biden's instituting everything fucking the WEF and the fucking UN wants him to, basically. You know what I mean? And even today, caving, for demands of fucking oil activists, and just, proposed locking off like 16 million acres, like off grid for fucking drilling or, exploratory or anything like that. Obviously, he's rolling out, cracking down on hot water heaters, light bulbs, gas stoves. I mean, electric cars, everything you could think of that the UN is floating around that people are telling you is a conspiracy theory, Biden's signing off on.
Yep.
So if it wasn't for the drama, he would be their perfect guy. And so me, it's there's not three ways, it's two. It's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a complete collapse, dude, and we become part of the UN, a vassal of the UN, more so than we've already been, or fucking we get Trump schools back and hope of the possibility of reverting back to fucking 1985 for a while.
Right. But either way, with I don't know, how do you think the geopolitical fucking sphere is going to take it? I mean, like even if Trump does get elected again, and everyone's like, all right, cool, America's fucking solid again. That's only for 4 years. You know.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
either way, I don't think I think the trust in America, in American politics, seeing as we are basically the globalist fucking muscle of the world and shit, um, I think fucking all trust in America has been eroded. Even if we were to get Trump back, the BRICS thing is going to happen. That is going off. That it's not like
The
they're gonna,
Durban Accord, right?
right. It's not like fucking they're gonna like, oh, okay, Trump's back in office. All right, everybody, call it off, call it off. Never mind. We'll go back to the old ways. Like the old way is gone, dude. Like that, we're at the precipice of a new era. We're at a inflection point.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely looking ugly, man. But we've seen some dark times before, bro.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
that like I said,
I mean,
just because it's gonna be completely a new era, like it doesn't mean it's gonna be bad. It doesn't necessarily, it's just gonna be different, But things tend to work out for the good. I don't think we're gonna fucking fight a revolution to, or I don't think we're gonna have this whole fucking all these revelations come out and we just like, all right, know what? We need some tyranny. How about that? Like, let everybody down to vote for some tyranny. Like, no, we're going to, the populace is gonna eventually get their heads out of their ass and make shit better. Just like that fucking chick in Portland that's got fucking bottled across the fucking face. Did you see that story?
I don't think so.
Oh, dude, so some fucking like old fucking white lady, fucking she's a nurse or doctor or something like that, fucking Democrat, fucking Portland. Just walking down the street and some fucking homeless guy had just started attacking her and just fucking beat the shit out of her.
Wait, did she announce she switched to the Republican Party
Yeah.
after? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Like I
he was
say,
talking about that shit.
It's going to take something like that for all of us to pull. Well, not us obviously, but for the rest of fucking America to pull their heads out of their ass, the normies to pull their heads out of their ass and wake up and smell the fucking bullshit and realize that we're in a fucking sewer. Like we're in the swamp now. We're knee deep in the
Right.
fucking swamp. Like wake up and smell it. I think it's going to
Yeah,
take
but,
something hard hitting and fucking intense for that to happen.
Yeah, unfortunately though, we'll probably all have to feel the pinch though. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's the worst part. Even the people like you said, like us, that are like, dude, this is a problem. We need to vote this guy out. Like, regardless, even I mean, obviously you want Trump, but even if it's not Trump, we have to get somebody other than Biden's in there, right?
Yep.
And dude, I don't know. It's hard to tell where it's going, man. It really is, bro. Especially for the simple fact, again, with all the shit that's come out with the Bidens, and there's still such a large portion of people that are out here trying to cheer for the dude.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. Did you see fucking what's his name? Fucking Jack Smith is getting a protection order now, or he's
Yeah.
asking the judge for fucking a protection order over another truth that fucking Trump happened to post out saying, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you." And
Yeah.
they're gonna try and fucking indict him over that fucking speech as well too. They're gonna try. That's not free speech. You're not allowed to do that. You're calling to arms and stuff. Like, again, fucking don't forget about the whole fucking every single time that the Democrats are fucking. This is the call to arms. You have unleashed the whirlwind. Fucking, if you see any of them at a gasoline station, at a food store, fucking. They do it all the damn
reap
time.
the whirlwind.
Right. They do it all the damn time. But of course, there's a double standard and shit. And it's basically, if you're on the side of the fucking establishment, you can say whatever the fuck you want. You could do whatever the fuck you want. You could fly to Epstein Island once a month and fuck little children. And fucking, when that happens, don't worry, we'll protect you. Like, it's, that's one, at least that's one thing that I do fucking, that gives me a bit of solace. Pretty sure fucking Trump never did anything with Epstein, because they would definitely drag that the fuck out. And
Right,
if it didn't implicate the rest of them as well, but
Right. As far as I know, he was on the flight log one time,
right.
but it was going to New York. It was going the opposite direction to the motherfucking island.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. Like I say, I'm sure if there is anything fucking related to Trump, they have all the fucking the evidence, they have all that shit. They would find some way to fucking just leak out that one little name. They, yeah. As far
Yeah,
as
if there was a painting of him in a blue dress,
right,
definitely.
right. I mean, it's so crazy that all this shit just gets overlooked, by the normies. I mean, it's not amazing or anything like that. Obviously, it's because the fucking mainstream media doesn't report it, or they fucking hide it, or they cover up a lot of shit. Just the
Yeah, but the people too, man. Like one thing that I see on a regular basis that I absolutely cannot stand, bro, is even like I don't even know what you call them at this point, alt right, whatever. But it's always like you believe in the duopoly, because you talk about something or post something about Trump, and it's like that's not the case, man. It's not that I believe in the Republican Party or something. And regardless if what you think about Trump, you know what I'm saying, personally, or he's a billionaire, or he likes the Jews or whatever. Like, dude, he's obviously outside of their establishment because both sides are attacking him. And the whole fucking electability, everything that they come at you with is bullshit just by their actions alone.
yep,
You know what I mean? The way people incessantly talk about him, the legal actions, the fucking, everything you can think of, even the Pelosi coming out like he's a scared puppy. Like the Democrats are scared, bro.
yep,
You know what I mean? And but to me, to get back on topic, like it's just he is the outsider. I don't believe there's any Superman or anything like that. He's like, Captain Trunk's gonna come in and save the day. Like I said, I actually view him more as coming in as a bull in a china shop and breaking toys on his way out because he doesn't have to worry about fucking re-election or anything. And that alone, I think, would go miles. But even if he could sign some trade agreements, some shit like that, dude, to get a little jump up on the bricks, that would help out, which would be a goal of his. Like the Biden admin's not even talking about the shit.
yeah. Hey, sorry about that. I didn't catch that last part. I was fucking making sure we were still alive. My computer's messed up a little bit.
I was saying, with Trump, I believe that, at minimum, he would get some trade agreements going that would get kind of a leg up on BRICS, bro. Whereas the Biden admin's not even talking about the shit.
Right.
Like, you see that, they're actually backing down off of China.
Well, their solution is fucking, actual warfare. Trump's about the economic warfare. Trump's gonna fucking come in and he's gonna cut some business deals. He's gonna fucking impose some tariffs on some motherfuckers, and he's gonna fucking do what needs to be done. Biden would rather just fucking fuck it, all out warfare. Fucking
Right.
that's their fucking solution to it, as we're seeing right now. That's the whole reason for the fucking proxy war with Russia. I mean, I don't know, obviously fucking the Russia's been the fucking the baddie in that shit for a long fucking time, but just the fact that they have the whole fucking different economic order, like say every time anybody tries to come up with an economic order, we're gonna try and find a way to fucking go in and stop them, and that's basically what the establishment has always done, and that's what the Biden admins is gonna continue to try to do, and really that's what fucking a lot of the neocons, I'm pretty sure that's what fucking DeSantis would continue to do, even though he, considering the fact that he's pretty much said that, that's what he would do. But yeah, the majority of fucking government would vote to go to war. Fucking Trump is the only motherfucker that would rather, like, no, how about we just actually fucking cripple them economically by being a fucking better fucking country, by fucking American manufacturing being the fucking best in the world. How about we do it that way? Like Trump, like I say, he would actually be able to do shit a proper way rather than the way that it's been done for since America became an empire.
Right. Yeah, I definitely feel that, and that's kind of where I'm going with it, bro. It's I like I said, to me, Biden and them, like all out warfare as far as the proxy shit with Russia, but China, to me, it seems like they're backpedaling. Like they really don't want no beef with China. You know what I'm saying? Even as far as like our Secretary of State goes, as far as our fucking environmental envoy, all that shit, they look right in the face basically and tell them to fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've heard several times that Beijing won't even answer the phone for the Biden's ad. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And as far as warfare against BRICS nations, that would be damn near impossible. You know what I mean? Just because of the widespread. I mean, you're talking Brazil, South Africa, yada yada. And it wouldn't be just China. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't know if the military they would back, but as far as like trying to back them down from rolling out currency or a alternate fucking economy.
Right. But at the same time, I mean, BRICS isn't necessarily a military fucking alliance. Just because fucking if we were to attack BRICS or something like that, I doubt India would fucking back China. India and China fucking hate each other.
That's what I just said. Like I'm not saying as far as military is concerned.
Right.
Like I said, we might be fighting with China, but that's not going to stop the other countries from rolling out the currency. The whole point, you know what I mean? And in the meantime, we're spending dollars and inflating and fucking,
and that's the way
devaluing the entire time.
That's the way that you do it, man. You fucking do it there's multiple fucking heads, fucking rather than, being able to just go in and fucking, we saw he died, like that's because fucking they're doing that alone, essentially,
Yeah.
You're doing it with fucking multiple cells all over the fucking world and shit. And America just starts attacking all those fucking cells. We're gonna make us look really bad, rather than just having to say like, oh, there's terrorists over there, like we're gonna go get them, like it's gonna make us look real bad. And so that's why basically the BRICS is really kind of doing it the proper way.
Yeah, because there's not a central boogeyman. That's really what it takes to fucking muster support, dude. Like with the Ukrainians this entire time, it's been because of Hitler's peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's fuck, you can't have a bad guy if it's fucking a group of countries.
Right.
And then from what they're saying, right before this German shit rolls out, they're saying another 40 countries are in line, have already started the process or in line to start the process to join. So, I mean, it could actually come off fucking massive.
Yeah.
It
probably is too. It's probably going to end up happening. Yeah. I don't know if I can. Do you want to talk about Devin Archer? Fucking, he just gave a sworn testimony to fucking Congress, and then he also did a full-on interview with fucking Tucker Carlson. Do you happen to catch that one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've watched it 2 parts, 2 different days. I don't know if it rolled out like that. It's good, man.
Yep. So basically, he spills a lot of beans here. So Devin Archer, he's getting locked up, right?
Yeah, he's supposed to do a year for a fraud case, a $60 million fraud case from 2018.
Right. And so keep in mind, Devin Archer is essentially fucking Hunter's boy. Like that was his fucking business partner in fucking Burisma and all that shit. And so essentially fucking Devin Archer getting arrested more than likely feels a little bit betrayed because like, wait, I thought your dad was the big guy, like what the fuck am I getting arrested for? So essentially it seems that now he's spilling the beans. And so of course the Democrats are trying to paint it as like, oh, he's a criminal, you can't trust his testimony, like look at him, he's been doing deals with Ukrainians and corruption and all this and that shit. You're like but yeah, with Hunter Biden, like that's the whole point.
Right.
Like he got caught, now he's snitching on his co-defendants. Like that it's not like a rare thing. Like that happens all the fucking time. Like just because the fact that he's a criminal doesn't make his word less fucking credible.
He's going light though. He's definitely tiptoeing.
Right.
In Congress and with Tucker. He's not just coming out and throwing him under the bus or anything like that. He's still
I'm pretty sure
massaging him, but walking.
It's because I'm pretty sure he would like to survive that year in prison.
Exactly. Yeah, he's got kids.
Right. Right. Yeah. Let's not tiptoe around
to
it.
mention how you were saying him being a little bit sour, man. I mean, he's flat out says that basically the brand was a legal defensive leverage. You know what I'm saying? That
right.
People would be scared to come at you legally if you were tied to that name. But yet here he is, deeply tied to that name and getting fucking dicked, man.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, well, kind of dicked. I'd imagine if you or I caught a $60 million fraud charge, we'd get more than a goddamn year. But
shit, I did more than that for fucking drugs.
Right, that's the thing though, dude.
Right.
It's okay to fucking goddamn, fuck with people for millions of dollars, because you'll do 9 months for good behavior or whatever. You fucking self-medicate and you're fucking off to the gulags.
Right. Yeah, but then again, I'm pretty sure if we had anything to do with fucking $60 million, we probably wouldn't make it out after that year either. Yeah, that type of money doesn't just fucking wash away, especially if you're not fucking being silent about it either, if you're not sitting down, keeping your mouth shut, doing your time, like, he probably ain't gonna fucking make it out of that prison. Yep.
That sucks, man.
But so he also he brought some shit to the table. I mean, fucking Joe Biden claimed that he never knew anything to do with his son's business partners, never knew anything about his business dealings, anything like that. We never spoke about it ever, not once. Like, no, I would never do anything like that, like. But he has a fucking signed letter thanking him for being in business with his son Hunter Biden, signed by Joe Biden himself. I don't know how much more of a smoking gun you can get than that. Like, yeah,
A fucking handwritten fucking glove letter, dude. Fucking jerking him off. Thanks, man, for getting involved in this. I think you're probably gonna make me some cash, buddy.
right,
I look forward to future endeavors.
right. Yeah, I would much rather be talking to you than the president of China. This guy's so
Right.
lame. He doesn't even give me enough bribes. Like, you got the real money. He doesn't even bribe me that much.
Right.
Right. And so, as we know from the famous fucking clip of Joe Biden bragging about his fucking quid pro quo with the Ukrainians, where he got the corrupt prosecutor Victor Shogun fired, which we now know was actually for him investigating Burisma, which Devin Archer does kind of say that yeah, basically he said that don't worry about it, it's a non-issue. when they found out that they were getting investigated by Victor Shogun, basically Hunter came back and like, oh yeah, don't worry about it, it's not an issue. A couple months later, oh, son of a bitch, he got fired.
Right.
Right.
And he did say that that the CEO and the owner there of Burisma, that they put pressure on Hunter to get a hold of DC to deal with it.
Right.
They were like,
well, I mean, that's
directly like, this is why we fucking
right.
hired you.
The fuck we paying you for? Go get that fucking get the big guy on the phone. Like, get this motherfucker off our back. Like, that's literally your department. It's fucking legal defense and shit.
You got one job, dude.
Right. No, I don't want to see your fucking finger paintings. Put this shit away.
Right. Put your dick away and call your dad.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, dude, I mean, I don't know. And just the fact that, the fucking libtards and the fucking Democrats will try to explain that away too. Like, oh yeah, no, fucking who doesn't call their dad in the middle of a fucking board meeting on a fucking energy company that you have no fucking clue how they operate, or fucking, you don't even know what fucking natural gas is. And, yeah, oh, hey, my dad's calling me. Like, oh, hey guys, you want to put on speakerphone? Hey dad, how's the weather? Like, nobody fucking believes that, dude. Like, who the fuck does that?
And neither of them speak Russian or Ukrainian either.
Right.
So, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. And then
there's some fucking.
And then, I mean, not to mention all the pictures of Joe Biden with Hunter Biden and his business partners. I mean, there's so much overwhelming evidence against this dude, and at the same time, that the fucking libs will try to say like, oh, look at there's so much overwhelming evidence against Trump too. So but I mean, just the fact, dude, this is blatant. Like, this is fucking blatant fucking influence peddling. But still, just I don't know. I mean, do you think anything's gonna actually come of this? I mean, a lot of this stuff is just really fucking out there, like, for everybody to see. It's really unhideable,
Yeah, the list that the Republicans have dropped, like it was Byron Donalds that dropped a list on Instagram, and it's pretty extensive, man. I mean, LLCs, bank transfers, private bank transactions, obvious, audio recording, video recording, fucking, the admitting, getting the fucking choking fire on video. I mean, the list of shit is just so massive, and like you said, the excuses are played off pretty quickly. And like about the phone calls, it was, already like, well, that was around the time Bo died. It was a grieving family, and they were contacting each other a lot at that time. And then Devin Archer goes on to say it's over a decade. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
they weren't. I mean, you know, even if you're grieving for your son for a decade, that's not what you're calling your other son for. You know,
Yep.
fucking 8 years later or whatever. But yeah, man, I don't think anything's going to come of it. You know, and that's the reason that they're so apt to keep Trump out of office, I believe, because with him pushing, like with the Ukraine, the perfect phone call, shit like that, he was already onto this shit and trying to out it. And I believe that that's the major reason that they fucking want to destroy him that bad. And ultimately, you know, fucking the conspiracies, right? It's to cover the Obama's legacy, and I mean, obviously the DNC as a whole, because there was so many people involved. But it's all Obama did. Obama signed off on all of it, and you know, that's the reason, bro.
Yep. It all fucking goes back to the big O.
Yep.
That's the real big guy.
Right. And you know, and then of course, you know, they're finding corpses at the guy's house now, shit like that,
Right.
dude. I mean, yeah, and people act like that kind of shit's normal too. Well, people die. Yeah, but why does it always seem to be around these type of people?
Right.
Like it's just a coincidence. They're like, well, you know, when you're that big, you know people. Fuck, dude, I've lived all over the country. I know people too. I don't know someone that died like at my house, or 56 people that committed suicide, or fucking, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's just redundant, man.
Yeah. Hey man, you don't know, the world of politics is pretty fucking heavy, man. You could probably know 56 people that committed suicide that after they got involved with politics, you know.
Right.
It's a pretty heavy load to bear, man.
Pretty stressful, man.
Oh man, fucking A, dude. But I don't know.
Well, what about with the Tucker shit though? You know, did you see the leak of his audio from when he's supposedly right before he got fired
Yeah,
from
fucking
Fox?
talking to was it the fucking chief of police or something? Or was that
The
for
Capitol Police chief's
Right.
son, yeah, and he was the chief at the time of January 6th, and you know he was fired immediately after by fucking Pelosi herself, apparently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know if you listen to the audio. Fucking, you know, like I said, he goes on to say that as far as he knows, there was 18 FBI agents and another 20 DHS agents, and that never in his time and, you know, 30 plus years of law enforcement has he ever seen that many federal agents on one operation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, he was just going on saying that he volunteered to testify in front of the January 6th committee, and that they refused him.
Of course they
Like
did.
they only wanted officers and agents that were going to repeat what the fuck they wanted them to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I say, dude, like it's too fucking widespread. It's too far gone. Like, shit, I forgot who was making the point, but you know, it's like when you fucking catch somebody in a fucking blatant lie, like you blatantly fucking catch them with their hand in the cookie jar, and they're like, oh, yeah. It's all right, you know. Sorry about that. And then, literally, as soon as you turn around, they try to put their hand right back in. Like, there's no fixing that person. That's our government.
It's even worse than that, though.
Right.
It's the second time they got their hand in, and you turn around and they're going, "I'm not doing nothing.
Right.
I am not taking cookies out of this jar right now, dude.
Right.
Dude, I did not take a bite of this. You're a fucking conspiracy theorist, racist."
Yep. And then fucking 10 minutes later, after the cookie's already done and gone, and fucking, you know, it's like, all right, man, what's going on? Dude, again? Like I said, there's no fixing this. Like our government
we
is
need this one for climate changes.
right. Right. There's I don't know. I don't think there's any fixing this, man. You know, like I say, it really is like kind of worrying, because you really do have to think about it in a reality kind of aspect. You know, like I say, you know, all the time, revolutions are not anything fucking beautiful. They're not anything glorious or fucking all that shit. They're fucking ugly. It's fucking literally people getting shot and fucking, you know, it's horrifying. Civil War, even worse. You know, it's fucking it's all bad shit. You know, but it's basically necessary, you know, when it comes to, you know, stuff like this, where, you know, it's just the corruption is too far widespread, and basically, for lack of a better term, things are foobar, you know, fucked up beyond repair, you know. beyond all repair.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, I hope you're wrong. I definitely see your point, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel you when you say that neither side's going to accept the election results and, you know, yada, right? But man, I hope you're wrong. But even revolution, though, I think we're still a little ways off from that. Just for the simple fact that too many people still live comfortably.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
And you know the old Bonhino rules, dude. Fucking, you just haven't gotten low enough.
So
You know what I mean?
do you think, I don't know, because I mean, if shit doesn't end up like, going, off like politically wise and shit like that over fucking like elections or anything like that, do you think it's going to take something like basically, America being overtaken as the world power for the normies to finally like, hey, wait a minute, what happened?
Even that, I don't know. You seen our credit rating was just downgraded,
All right.
and most people don't even fucking know about it.
Not
You
yet.
know what I'm saying? Right.
Yep.
Yeah, especially when they see, because the interest rates are going to be fucking higher. You know what I mean? Already the Fed's higher in interest rates, but now interest is going to go up on our fucking loans, man, on trillions of dollars in loans.
And
Because of
you
the
see
credit
the
rating.
you see the fucking the cope reason that the Democrats are trying to fucking blame it on, right? It's because fucking they're worried that the Republicans are gonna allow the country to default because they got dangerously close. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and it's
Yeah, that's why.
they're blaming fucking the Republicans fucking holding on to the purse strings and preventing us from fucking spending fucking wildly, when really with the fucking the actual fucking spending bill, was it the omnibus bill or something like that? Was that the one?
Yeah.
Where basically
Yeah.
it just allowed us for fucking, or no, the debt fucking ceiling fucking agreement, where it basically allowed us to, well, our debt limit is now indefinite. That's what we
Right.
raised the limit to. The limit is now
Yeah,
indefinite.
for like 2 years or something like that.
Yeah, that
So
I'm pretty sure
some bullshit like that.
I'm pretty sure that is what has eroded fucking trust in American credit. Like, pretty sure that's
Yeah.
what downgraded us. You know,
Yeah,
the
and
bullshit deal that was actually made.
Yeah, and that's they were holding it basically. You sign our omnibus bill, or fucking, you know what I mean? We're gonna tell the fucking, everyone that you're holding the government hostage.
Right.
And it was the Republicans saying, "Did you got to cut some of that spending, and we'll negotiate with you." But
Right.
of course, you got McCarthy that only negotiates so far. That dude, he's a good talker. You know what I mean? But he looks like a lion douche.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you see, man, he's soft as shit. With all this shit that's come out about Biden, what is it? What did he say? We're approaching the point of a fucking impeachment inquiry.
Right. We're thinking about thinking about impeaching him.
Yeah.
Like, fucking ridiculous, man. Yeah. Want to talk about Mexico?
Sure.
All right, man. So fucking I sent you a video earlier about fucking Mexico is basically on the verge of an economic boom, and
Mhm.
basically a lot of it has to do with the rest of the world kind of being iffy about Chinese manufacturing now. I mean, of course, with the whole fucking supply chain fucking issues and shit, who wouldn't be fucking iffy about Chinese manufacturing now? But yeah, so basically, a lot of the the economic talk right now is that Mexico is going to be basically a large manufacturing company really soon, as a lot of countries are going to, one, be trying to get manufacturing closer to the biggest market in the world, which is, of course, America. And two, America should be trying to send over our manufacturing away from China, who is more or less our enemy, and basically fucking moving our manufacturing next door. So for one, it would of course create jobs and all that shit in Mexico. I mean, it would also fucking cut down on fucking wait times for fucking manufacturing, seeing as rather than having to ship it across seas, it's going to take a couple of fucking days to a week. We have to literally take it next door, which is about a day or less,
Yeah. To me, it sounds like a solid plan, man. With the China shit, obviously, like you said, basically our economic and political enemy, man. And Mexico, that would be a way to work out the issue with immigration, even. You know what I mean? And something that I found real surprising in that video was the fact that they graduate more engineers than we do.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty fucking awesome. But you know, in fear of sounding fucking pompous, dude, you know, there's going to be a lot of shit that's going to degrade as far as construction crews and shit like that, especially like in places like here in Arizona. But at the same time, it's going to open up a lot of jobs because obviously where I'm going with that is that's going to open up jobs and markets there. People are going to want to stay in Mexico or go back home.
Right.
And so, but it's going to open up jobs here, and we're going to see if all those loudmouth fucks that were like fucking, you know, you know, they're taking jobs. They're looking at all these guys building houses. If they're going to go out there and frame some shit and fucking put some stucco and,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we'll see about it.
Right. We shall see, man. But I mean, it could be, you know, like I say, it could be fucking good. It's going to cut down on immigration a lot because of the fact that they're not going to be so poor. There's going to be actual fucking jobs over there that they could, you know, work and support their families, actually fucking raise a family, you know. And yeah, it's going to cut down on immigration a lot. But ultimately, Mexico has to fix a lot of stuff with their immigration because it's not necessarily Mexicans that are coming over here. That's not really what the problem is. The problem is it's fucking everybody else.
Guatemalans, Hondurans, right?
Right. Everybody else from the fucking all over the goddamn world is coming to America through Mexico, and Mexico is not doing a goddamn thing about it. Right? That's what the fucking problem is. And so the other problem, the obvious one, the fucking cartels. That's you know, the big thing. Mexico is not doing a fucking thing about it. A lot of it has to do with the fact that, you know, cartels are fucking powerful. You know, fucking the cartels basically outgun and outman the fucking the Mexican military even, you know. And again, once they're not such a poor nation anymore, once they actually have jobs and, you know, they're able to fucking, you know, collect taxes from their citizens and shit like that, on a much larger scale, they're going to be able to upgrade their military powers much more, and therefore they be able to actually deal with their own problems themselves rather than you know, having to have America come in and basically solve their problems for them, which at the same time is also our fucking problem and has been our problem for quite some time now.
Yeah, and I actually see the opposite, dude. Even though they may upgrade their military and yada yada, I see if they become our number one fucking trade partner, if we're like, look, we're going to do this, it's this going to be this union here, fucking, I see us going in to help out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Immediately.
Right.
Because I mean, what's the sense of fucking building all this shit, trying to invest in plants and yada yada, if it's just going to be fucking taken over or, you know.
Right.
You
Well,
know, the skate.
The whole thing is fucking the Mexican president doesn't want us to fucking, you know, go over and fucking help them out because we want to keep our sovereignty and all this and that shit. We'll take care of our own problems ourselves. Like, yeah, bullshit. They're fucking paying you, dude. We know
Yeah, I
they're
was gonna
fucking paying
say,
you.
Yeah, his pockets are real greasy right now.
Right. Right. You know, so basically, if we were to send in our troops at, you know, at the very beginning of a new you know, trade agreement or a new trade partnership, that could kind of dampen the relations, I guess, you know. So I mean, there's that point too. And on the other hand, fucking other nations are also, it's not just America that's trying to, you know, get in on you know, sending their manufacturing over to Mexico. It's everyone. Like I said, you know, fucking the biggest market in the world is the United States, and so basically, if you can get your manufacturing done next door to the United States, you could send your shit into the United States easy as fuck, you know. And so
Even China is moving some of their
Right.
manufacturing to Mexico, man.
right. And so, you know, that's really kind of the thing, is we don't really want to dampen our relations with them, but at the same time, you know, this obviously has to stop. Either that or we putting up a wall, motherfucker. Yeah. Which again too, they're also saying, you know, the wall is fucking what is dampened, or what has you know, kind of, you know, put a wrench in the gears of our fucking relations with Mexico. But at the same time, the whole reason for the wall is because they won't do a fucking thing about the immigration problem, you know. So it's basically, it's literally fucking just big circle, you know.
Yeah, it is, man. And like you said, it's a lot of corruption in their politics, but different as far as, you know, one, fear, like you said, cartel, but then greasy pockets. And I don't know, the people don't push for change, bro. Like they're kind of, you know, placated,
Yeah.
almost, you know. And not that we're not, like, I'm definitely not talking shit, you know. But my fear of the whole situation is the possibility of us becoming like a North American Union, like the European Union,
Right.
where we got this fucking like a euro type of currency and all this kind of shit. And I mean, like you're saying, Mexico saying we want to keep our sovereignty. Fuck, we want to keep ours too.
Right.
And that's always my fear when they start rolling out the idea through the media of let's blend our country and make these guys our trade partners and we'll do this together and all these lollipops and palm trees and it always ends up bad like a NAFTA type of thing,
Right.
where it just shipped out American jobs. I mean,
Yep. But I mean, I don't know if I can. Yeah. Well, we'll have to even see how how America is in standing after all the next fucking couple of years. After the next fucking World War III and fucking American Civil War Part 2 and whatever the fuck is gonna happen. Like,
climate changes.
hey, inflection points.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is it that keeps saying that? Like that's like their catchphrase or something. Like, yeah, it's one of the fucking Democrats. Like, we're at an inflection point right now, you guys.
Is it that Raskins, Jamie Raskins?
I think so. It is one of them. One of the fucking libtards.
That guy's a kook, dude. I fucking hate cancer, but
Right.
that guy, man.
Right, but I hate Jamie Raskin even more.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You talk about that guy, that's all. He's got cancer. You can't talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't care. That sucks. He's got cancer, but he's a fucking piece of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The same thing. Like, you can't hit a guy with glasses. Like, well, that guy's being a fucking dick. He's gonna get fucking hit. I don't give a fuck what he's wearing on his face. Like,
Yeah.
yep. Yeah. Fucking oh shit. Yeah. Any more topics you wanna throw in? I'm gonna hype me up a dab real quick.
Not particularly, man. Fucking, it's I'm just looking at the Trump shit. Or what about the Christie in Ukraine, dude?
Right.
What does that guy think he is, bro? Chris Christie traveling to the Ukraine to hang out with Zelensky, polling at like 2%. Like, bro, like, and at this point, he's not even in politics. He's not an active politician in any way, shape, or form, other than he's running to be in an active role.
Right.
And you know what I mean? And it's like, dude, what the fuck, man?
Right.
Like, that guy doesn't even have a political pulse, dude. He's like a complete clown. Like, both sides clown him.
Probably just heard they had like an open buffet or something. I'm there. Yeah.
I mean, and they all do. Even like Yellen, dude. What the fuck is Janet Yellen, the fucking head of our treasury, doing in the Ukraine? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Fucking probably dropping off another $1 billion check.
Right. And then you see, like I sent you that one article where fucking fools from the UK talking about or the European Union that they're ready to fund the Ukraine war for another 4 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they want to,
and like I know
they want a fucking forever war, man.
Right. They want to string that shit out. It's I use the term quite often in my videos, dude, but Orwellian shit. Like, we were always at war with Eurasia. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, I mean, that's really what it boils down to, man.
Yep. Because they know that fucking, that drums up support, It drums up support, and it fucking drums up a lot of fucking money, too, for the military industrial complexa.
Yeah, and they're like, it provides jobs. You could be in there making ammos and bombs.
Yeah, a little brown. Yeah, you like drones? Sure. You like video games? You ever fly a drone before? It's just like a video game. Don't even think about it. It's just do it.
Fucking Ender's Game out here and shit.
Right.
Presidential immunity. Dude, I hope fucking old Emeritus Dershowitz is right about it, dude. And fucking old Jack Smith ends up going to prison, dude, from fucking Trump's DOJ, dog.
Right? Fucking dipsy-doo flipperooski, as Bongino likes to say.
Yep.
Right? Fucking drop that reverse card real quick on him.
Yep. Give him the double barrel family friendly middle finger, dude.
Yep. Yeah.
Double barrel family friendly.
Hey, this is a family friendly show, man.
Right.
Eyes are,
Let's get smoked
my eyes are red
out.
as fuck, bro. See, got 4 views on here. There you go. Check out news. Let's see if I can pull this up a fucking headline. A judge has ruled the Texas abortion ban is too restrictive for women with pregnancy complications.
Right. Speaking of Texas, you've seen Biden, right? The admin's trying to sue Texas
Right.
for enforcing their own fucking border laws, dude.
Yep. Is it for the border laws or is it for the fucking floating
For
buoy things?
for them enforcing the border fucking enforcement, like, you know what I mean? Like them trying to fucking do what the government won't, basically.
Right.
And they want them to be able to sign up for an app and walk in the door, bro. I don't know if you've seen like Mayorkas recently in front of Congress, and he's getting grilled, of course. Old Matt Gaetz fucking getting him, and he's just, of course, this lizard smirk the whole time. But he's basically laying it out in front of him and asks him, "Isn't this true that like the process that you have is so sloppy that you had to close down a processing center in Laredo, Texas, because the people are being extorted by the cartels as they're coming through?" And he's like, "It's not true." And then immediately Gates is like, "I'd like to enter," and names the articles, hands them over for evidence and shit, where fucking it's covered in there, bro. Like where they even say they had to close the shit down because fools are being extorted. You know what I mean? Like this guy's purposely destroying shit, and he's saying like, you upscaled fucking illegal immigration to the moon by inventing this app, basically where they just get to fucking sign up and walk in the country, man, instead of having to go through process and whatnot.
Right.
And they have that's what he refers to everything as is process. And like he says that again, everything's like an endless process instead of actually taking people to see if their asylum claims stand or if they need to be deported. You just keep them in an everlasting process. You know what I mean?
Processing, buffering,
Right.
buffering.
But at the same time, the Republicans are just as guilty. You know what I mean? They just voted to fucking expand the H-1A visas, like work visas and shit, and it made it to where it's indefinite. It doesn't have to be temporary or seasonal.
Yeah.
So basically, like farmers can say, "Okay, I'm hiring these guys," and then that's it. He can just post them up, keep them forever, dude. Like live-in slaves and stuff.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean?
The American way, brother.
I mean, that's that's fucked, bro. That's fucked.
Yeah. Or is it just like fucking pretty much like a indefinite green card or fucking undefined green card?
Yeah, an indefinite work visa. It's basically as long as you keep that job, bro. You just keep on trucking, man. Everything's cool.
All right.
And when pressed on this stuff again by Matt Gaetz, Mayorkas gives the fucking smart sir, or congressman. There's between 15 and 20 million illegals in this country, and like giving the smirk like that's a good thing in numbers
right.
when he's talking about deportation. And he's like, "I'm not even talking about like the full amount or anything like that. I'm talking specifically on criminals that haven't been vetted and yada yada." And that guy's so slimy, bro. He just worms his way around all Christians and fucking
Yeah.
And the double. Go ahead.
I was gonna make a joke. Wouldn't that be hilarious if fucking all these fucking immigrants come over to America, and then as soon as they get over here, fucking Mexico starts fucking booming, and America goes to shit.
Right, that'd be terrible, man.
Right.
And you'll see all the fucking elitists though. A lot of them already own little spots in Mexico for vacations and whatnot. But you'll see them all bounce out. That's all you New Yorkers and Californians and South Floridians and shit. They'll all be in Mexico, dude, while we're fucking here shoveling out the doo-doo in the basement.
Right, fucking trying to pick up the pieces of a fucking raped republic.
Right.
When you really think about it, that's kind of what it is, dude. They're just fucking stacking up, fucking buying their offshore fucking islands and fucking their fucking mansions in fucking foreign countries and fucking they're doing all these favors for fucking foreign people so that way they can get fucking asylums and shit because they know that fucking after they crash the country, the people are gonna want their fucking heads.
Right.
Yep.
Guillotines, bro.
Yep.
Yep, but we almost need some shit like that. We kind of spoke on this before, and no, I don't think it's Trump schools or anything like that. The dude's almost fucking 80 years old,
Yeah.
but we almost need a fucking Napoleon right now.
Right.
You need that fucking shining beacon, dude, to muster the motherfucking people. And Trump, really anyone could have been Trump, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real with you. He came along right at the right moment with the message that resonated with the average person that had been fucked over by fucking goddamn Obamanomics, dude, for years beforehand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everyone was sick of the shit. Everyone was sick of the moving towards socialism. And that's why, if you've seen over the past couple of years, all their drivel with the trans and all the shit has been like putting fast forward since Biden got into office,
Yeah.
because Trump set them back. They're trying to play catch up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like we say all the time, man.
Right.
Trump was just never supposed to happen. Like, that's
Yeah.
the problem. Trump was the fucking wrench in the gears. Like fucking America was running fucking smooth, or so they say. I'll admit, I did not pay attention to politics my whole fucking life. I didn't give a shit, dude. Like fucking, fuck, I'm living my fucking life. Politics handles themselves, and that's
Right.
essentially what the problem was. People weren't paying attention. A lot of, like I say, I'm guilty of it. A lot of people are fucking guilty of it, and a lot of people, have, more or less woken up, since then. That's why I say you see more and more people every day hopping on the Trump train, and not even just the Trump train, just the MAGA train, just the fucking let's chop government down to size a little bit, because government is getting fucking out of control, and this isn't good. A lot of people are waking up to that, as opposed to people getting on the Biden train or the fucking Democrat train. We're seeing a lot more fucking, like, even fucking Joe Rogan is even kind of almost like, I'm not gonna interview that guy, but I will think about it. Like, I mean, not necessarily that, but you see the clip with Patrick Bet David.
What part was it when he was saying that shit was rigged, the election and whatnot, saying that there was shenanigans?
No, it's when he's talking to Joe Rogan about trying to get fucking or trying to have Joe Rogan interview fucking Trump. 'Cause,
No, I did not see that.
yeah, fucking Patrick Bet Davis is trying to fucking basically talk Joe Rogan into fucking doing an interview with Trump. Basically, I don't know. He goes down does this whole story about, like, imagine it's in the future and stuff like this and that, and like, people are gonna be wondering, like, after all of this shit, like when you look back on this, and because even Joe Rogan is aware now that yeah, Trump is clearly being politically persecuted. They're clearly fucking, this is ridiculous, like they're clearly attacking Trump using the government shit. Even he's aware of it, and he even admits it and shit. But so he basically goes on to say, like, imagine it's down the road, like 40 years from now, and people are talking about, like, man, remember Joe Rogan? He was the greatest podcaster of all time. He started it all. He was basically the pod. When you think of podcasts, you think of Joe Rogan. Why did he never interview Trump? Like fucking Trump was the, when you look, 40 years from now, they're going to be looking back like, Trump was fucking the savior of America, or fucking, Trump was fucking, the person that woke up everybody to America's corruption, or whatever it ends up being, or fucking, Trump was fucking martyred, made into a martyr, they fucking, whatever, and, he basically said, like, people are going to look back and they're going to ask, like, well, why did he never interview Trump? Like, he interviewed all these great people. Why not Trump? And, basically he gives them a whole, like, you don't want to be on the wrong side of history now, do you? Like, type of argument.
Mhm. And what was Rogan's reply to all that?
Just kind of like shrugged it off, like, meh, I don't really remember his reply. It was that big of a nothing answer. He's just kind of like,
He's just he's just going to stay true to his own word, because remember he said, like, I'll
Right.
never interview him.
Right.
So,
I think that's what he's
just
doing.
sticking with his word.
But you could see the wheels in his head turning. Like, you could
Yeah.
see like he didn't want to give it a definite, like, absolutely not. Like, no, I'm never gonna fucking interview that guy. But he didn't say
He's
anything.
sticking
Like
in
that.
his head, like, maybe we could have like a 3-way. I could like talk to him on someone else's show.
Right. Yeah. He actually, I think he asked Patrick Bet David, like, well, how come you never interviewed him? I don't remember what answer he gave to that, but yeah, basically I think that's pretty much what he asked him, like, oh, well, how come you never interviewed him then?
He'd be like, dude, I mean, I understand where you're coming from and all, but like 11 million daily viewers versus what, maybe a million. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. It's no
that's why.
comparison.
That's why, Bobby.
That's why.
Yeah, I mean, even Bonhino was saying something similar about Rogan's crowd. Bonhino's massive,
Yeah.
and even he's saying like Rogan gets like 4 to 5 times his views on a daily basis.
Right. Yeah, dude.
That's fucking huge, dude.
That's why I say, dude, Rogan's the fucking goat of the podcast world. Like everybody and their fucking mom listens to fucking Rogan. And that's
Right.
But that's the other good thing though too, is the fact that Joe Rogan is aware of the fact that Trump's being politically persecuted. That means 11 million people are aware of that fact now too.
Yeah. Or at least struggling with it in their head. Like, what was that guest he just had on, that comedian guy, man?
Yeah, fucking Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah, that guy was fucking struggling with life, dog.
Fucking regretting fucking every
you could
decision.
just see it dawning, dude. Like, you'd see it in his deer stare, bro.
Yep.
Like, fucking, dude, I've been had. Like,
right. Yep. Shit. Yes, you have, man. Yes, you have. It's
good times right there.
Right. That's what I say. Like it's just the fact that the Democrats are getting desperate, dude. Like they're getting desperate as fuck. They're one step away from fucking having the dude killed. Like shit. Like I truly fucking believe that. Like if it was,
they're starving for a lockdown, bro.
Yeah. Right.
That's
the other thing too. They're trying to fucking bring back the old Branch Covidians, bow down to the Fauci sauce.
Yeah, not even that. I mean, you seen like fucking they're floating around fucking COVID or climate lockdowns, man.
Yeah.
Like like they're floating this shit around and like blackouts and all kinds of shit. Like, I mean, they're seriously considering this shit, and it would all come with again pressure. There's 60 Democrats now that are trying to sign on to an act from 2021. Where it would force Biden to declare a climate emergency, where he would get all the same fucking emergency powers that was there for the C-1984, bro.
Yeah, I say there's not going to be a 2024 election, bro. It's not going to happen.
Dude, I mean, I think there is going to be, but I've heard a lot of pretty good, solid theories that point to the fact that this may be the last one.
Right.
And this being the catalyst, you know what I mean? This election to really fucking bring the house down. So I see shit, going through with this time, but it's what's going to happen fucking 4 years after. What's going to happen in
I'll tell you
2028, 2029.
Inflection. Inflection point.
Right.
Things are changing, man.
they fucking are changing for sure, bro, and it's not for the good thus far.
Yep. That is for sure, man. Yeah. You never know, man. Fucking, like I say, things are gonna get bad, but then they'll get better. That's the way things go. Once things get really bad, like I say, things are gonna get really bad. But once they get really bad, if we continue to fucking do the same shit that made them fucking bad, then I'm moving out of the country at that point.
Right, that's that meme where the fucking dude, his eyes are lit up red and shit. And it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets.
It's true though, man. It really is.
That sucks, man. That fucking sucks, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but you seem like food prices have already risen from the grain shit, right? Fucking with Russia and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because they had a semi-truce as far as that was concerned. That Ukraine was still allowed to ship out grain and whatnot.
Yeah.
And fucking we purchase a lot of that shit. It's almost like a trade-off, dude. Like, here's billions of dollars in bombs, dude, and then we get some wheat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
you like cluster bombs?
Yeah, Russia cut off the truce or whatever, dude. Started bombing shit, burned fucking fields, all this kind of jazz. And food prices have already started spiking. Dude, I just went to the store and dude, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna get stupid, man. Food shortages incoming, bro. I hope you got your Patriot supply.
Brought to you by Patriots Supplies.
Right.
Get yours today. The best thing is the best day of your life is going to be when you throw it out. Yeah.
It lasts for 25 years, bro.
Right.
25-year shelf life, man.
And if you haven't used it by then, you lived a great life, brother.
Right. Also, get your Patriot fucking flashlight.
Right. Fucking, you heard of Noble Gold yet? Anybody
Feel
want to
the
sponsor
greens.
us? Nobody watches, but
Right. We'll snort Field of Greens.
right. I bought this badass joint from the fucking dispensary one time. It's actually a Jeter joint. That's Jeter. Yeah,
Yeah.
They gave me a bunch of stickers and shit. I was like, cool, man. Fucking, I'll shout you guys out on my show. And I fucking I fucking smoked a joint and fucking shouted them out and shit. Fucking yeah.
That's dope, man.
They had a sales rep down at the dispensary, so I was like, oh shit. They gave me like some fucking bags, like a rolling tray, shit like that, fucking bunch of stickers and fucking hell yeah, I just had to buy a joint. It was a really good
Sick
joint
shit,
too.
dude. Good deal.
Yeah, it'd be cool to get sponsored by like some different cannabis companies. I doubt
Dude,
it.
I would take it sponsored by fucking shredded wheat. I don't care, bro.
Right. Right. I mean, you'd have to think a lot of fucking weed companies would probably be on board with, our politics, seeing as we're not necessarily fucking Bible thumping Republicans, and we're fucking definitely not fucking like anarchist fucking libertarians, or fucking the big owl libertarian types, I think a lot of fucking stoners would really kind of be on board with our politics if they just fucking listened.
I think most head shops got rainbow flags, bro.
Right. Because they're just fucking,
Maybe.
because they just
Maybe,
support the
man.
current thing.
Right.
But that thing is dying, man. Fucking woke is dying. They're trying to fucking keep it artificially fucking alive, but nah, that shit's fucking dying, bro.
Right, that and racisms.
Yeah.
And let's quit referring to it as woke. We'll call it choke, dude.
Right.
You know what I'm
The fucking
saying?
shit's
go
a joke.
choke, go broke, bro.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, fucking oh shit, I wasn't even paying attention. Turned off the heat. Whoops. But anyway, yeah, dude, fucking woke's definitely dying. The way that you can tell is because, like I say, all the time, the fucking youths are rejecting that shit, bro. They think that shit's stupid as fuck. They think the whole fucking CRT thing's stupid as fuck. They think all of it's stupid as fuck, and they're over it because you've been trying to jam it down their fucking throats for the last several fucking years, And as we know,
Yeah.
as the Democrats are very well aware of, fucking what decides the future of America is the fucking youths,
The
Yep.
two Utes. Yep, dude. I actually just read an article saying that the Gen Z males are some of the most conservative to come around in generations. That they're going to be angry ass right wingers, man.
Fuck
But
yeah.
then I also heard a theory saying that if somebody doesn't scoop them up now and try to work with them, that it's going to be a bunch of Andrew Tates running around.
Well, that's why you just need some of the old Jordan Peterson, and then you just got to get up and make your bed, and you don't be one of the lobsters, okay? Make sure you get out of that pot, don't be them, okay?
You got to start crying.
I will after this dab.
Shit, don't be falling down, man. Don't be falling down.
All right, man. Well, I don't know. I think that's about it for tonight. Gotta get me some water. Bed.
Hell yeah. I'm fucking
Right.
same round there, man. Have a good night, bro. Good show. Damn good show.
I'm good. Yeah,
All right.
pretty sure
See,
everybody.
4
else-
views, dude.
Right.
4 viewers there, right, dude?
Right.
Fucking it went up from like 1 and then 2, and now there's 4, bro. You know what I mean? I'm sure you'll get some views on it tomorrow and pump up those numbers, bro.
Yep, those are rookie numbers, man. I think I might start doing some streams to the crumbles too. So if you guys are not following me on Rumble, make sure you guys follow me on Rumble. The link is in the description, or also just look up the Liberty Bowl on Rumble and yep, follow me there. It might be going live maybe next Friday. I don't know, maybe sometime during the week next week. I don't know. We shall see.
Yeah, you can live stream on Mines now too, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to fucking stream on Rumble and YouTube at the same time, but StreamYard, Restream, all those fucking stuff in order to stream on Rumble, you'd need a fucking the paid version because it's a like a not like well known fucking streaming service. It's not like fucking like Twitch or YouTube or something like that. So you have to actually like type in the address and all that shit. So yeah, you have to pay for that one. But I don't know, it's not that much. So I might do it eventually once I get more than 2 concurrent viewers at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, if you guys are not subscribed to this guy's channel, make sure you guys subscribe to his channel as well. The link is also in the description below. I appreciate you guys stopping by, hanging out, smoking with us, having a good time. Make sure you guys back here next Friday, same time, same place. We're hanging out, going over the news for the week and doing the same old bullshit.